Right, so now we're going on to ask some FAQs, some frequently asked questions that we get asked continuously by customers and general inquiries we have coming through. So firstly, we're going to start on the heating side of things, and we're going to talk about boilers and heating. So the common question is, how long does a boiler last for? So anything between, or anything from kind of 10 years onwards, really. So if your boiler is over 10 years old and we're out to look at any parts or any repairs required to the boiler, we'll always have a general conversation with yourself at the time. Depending on what part it is that is required, we'll obviously give you our opinions from there. What you don't want to be doing is spending money on a service and a product for your existing boiler, to find that in a few months down the line is going to be another problem coming up with the boiler, and then you end up spending £600-700 on a boiler that's inefficient, not working properly, and it's costing you money. We also get asked, what saving can I make from a new boiler? How efficient are the new boilers? So the new boilers are 94% efficient. They are energy rating A, and they obviously make sure that you make a saving on the new boiler. So the difference between the new and the old boilers, generally as a guide, depending on the age of the boiler, the condition, everything else, but you'd be aiming for, you'd be getting back 65p for every pound you put in. With a new boiler, we aim to get you to 94p for every pound. So it's a 30p a pound saving. So theoretically, you could be saving a third on your energy bills by having a new boiler installed. This is a proven fact and figure. This is also a proven fact and figure from ourselves on the research we do, following up from customers that has had a boiler. So we stay in contact with customers throughout the process after the job, and we'll follow up six months down the line. If there's repeat work with the customer, obviously the boiler service in 12 months, we always ask for the feedback on the boiler install. How have you found the boiler? How is everything okay? If you notice a saving on your energy bills, and every time it's a big yes and a big tick in the box. So if you feel that your boiler is old and inefficient, then please get in contact with us with the details below. How efficient does a power flush make a system? So the difference between the two systems is generally around 70%. So if you have a old, dirty system that's been untreated, undrained for a good period of time, there's no filter installed on the central heating, then the system's going to be running really inefficient, probably quite sludgy. Quite often you might find it comes out like gravy rather than water. So we need to treat and clean that system as much as possible. By doing that, we will aid to make sure that a full power flush is completed, the new system filter is fitted, and that the radiators are agitated. So by agitating the radiators, we take away any sediments that stuck to the internals of the radiators, and do that within the power flush to make sure that the system's then back working as clean as possible. And the difference between those two systems, as I say, is 70% of efficiency between those. So every time we do a boiler install, we always make sure we do a power flush. We have our power flush kit, so the lads can complete all the works and make sure the system is working up to that 94% efficiency that we aim to get to. So we get asked, what's the best system for me? What's the difference between the two boilers? So generally there's kind of 3 boilers to choose from. We have a combination boiler, a system boiler, and a regular boiler. The difference between them is quite a lot, to be honest. So it will depend on the house that you have, the amount of bathrooms you have, and the usage that you're using. There is boilers possible to reach up to 3 bathrooms in the bigger houses, the bigger properties that require it. And then obviously we got the hot water systems. So a combi boiler delivers you hot water instant from the boiler. You turn the tap on, you get hot water on demand. There's no storage of hot water, there's no tanks, there's no cylinders, there's nothing else required apart from that boiler. And that operates your central heating and your hot water. A system boiler will operate your central heating and will supply hot water to your hot water cylinder. So by supplying the hot water, that is from the central heating circuit, and that is a sealed circuit going to your hot water cylinder. The hot water cylinder will naturally be positioned in an airing cupboard or another position that is best suited for this size cylinder. The system boiler operates on zones, so it will be controlled individually for central heating and for hot water. And as I say, you'll have the hot water cylinder to create a storage of hot water. So this system is commonly used on the larger properties. So if you're operating kind of anything from 2 bathrooms onwards, and depending on the usage throughout the house. So we can then guide the bathroom usage to the size of the cylinder. So anything up to 450 litres, and we can add the cylinders together to create a higher volume of water if required. A regular boiler is normally just a heat-only boiler, so this doesn't involve any pumps, vessels, quite often used on the gravity-fed system, and all the controls, all the valves are operated outside of the boiler. So it works very similar to a system boiler, but just does not have the internal components that is within a system boiler, and will commonly be used with a gravity-fed system, and will also be used with a hot water cylinder to deliver you hot water. On completion, once we have completed your boiler, it's a matter of running through the controls with you. So while we run through the controls, we make sure that we give you the best advice to operate for your requirements of your house. Every requirement, every house, every need is different when we complete the job, and everyone's operation of the controls are different. The best common practice is to operate the heating through the thermostat. This enables the house to stay at a nice temperature, so this prevents the house getting too cold. By controlling it by the thermostat, you can set the house to 17 degrees and allow the house to just stay at a warm ambient temperature. If you require this at a warmer temperature, then it's just a matter of turning the thermostat up by a couple of degrees, depending on the position that the thermostat is in, and that will allow the house to reach the required temperature. What you'll find is if the boiler ticks over, or if the thermostat is set to 17 degrees and the boiler ticks over, then the boiler will fire up for roughly around 10 minutes every hour, just to keep the temperature within the build. If you set the times on the central heating and have it operating for 2 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the evening, you will find that the boiler will work for predominantly majority of that hour, depending on the drop off on the temperature for the first hour, and then stay at the temperature for the second hour and third hour. So the usage of the boiler is actually worked out fairly similar between the two operations, and gives you the kind of more luxury control if you're going to be around the house a little bit more, to have the temperatures set at a warm temperature. How often should you service your boiler? So your boiler should be serviced every 12 months. Now this is like an MOT on a car. Your boiler and any other gas appliance is a gas burning appliance that creates carbon monoxide. So every boiler that we fit will come with a new CO alarm to protect yourself, just in case there was any problems on installation or future down the line. Things can naturally happen. So with this, we always recommend your boiler or gas appliance to be serviced 12 months. And with a new boiler, the requirement for the manufactured warranty would be to have the boiler serviced every 12 months. With the service reminders that we send out, this enables you to not worry about remembering when your boiler service is due, as we take care of this for you, and we prompt you with a reminder a month before the service due date. So on a new boiler install, we offer up to 12-year warranty, and this is direct with the manufacturer. This is all parts and labor covered for up to 12 years. So if there is a problem with your boiler and there's a fault showing and you've got no hot water or central heating, then all you have to do is contact the manufacturer and they will be out to get this rectified for you, as long as your boiler is serviced within 12 months. Our main boiler manufacturer that we fit is Worcester Boilers. We are Worcester accredited installers. With this, we can offer extended guarantees for you without any additional costs. We install Worcester Boilers as a main recommendation for their manufacturer, as we feel that these are the best boilers suited for domestic households with customer service and with their warranty call-outs when they are required. Generally with Worcester, they'll be out within a couple of days. The customer service is very easy to get a hold of, and the technical side, should it be required, is very good as well. With up to a 12-year guarantee on this, this enables us to have confidence in our product and confidence in what we sell. The warranties do start from 5 years and go up to 12 years on the Worcester products. So the 12-year warranty is for the 8000 boiler, which is the top of the range boiler that the Worcester offer. A very, very good boiler, very good hot water delivery, and a suitable boiler for a large household. The more cost-effective Worcester products is the 5-year warranty. This is a common install for a emergency boiler where the boiler has broken down, is beyond economical repair, and you require a more cost-effective change on your boiler to get you going. This still is a great product from Worcester and offers a 5-year warranty on this, and allows you to fit any Worcester controls with this or external controls. Keeping on top of this central heating system maintenance is not a essential requirement from yourself. Once the system is operating, the system should be self-running. You may find the system may drop off in pressure, or some radiators may not get as hot at the top. If you find the radiators aren't getting as hot at the top of the radiators, then there is naturally going to be air that is trapped within the radiator and will need escaping through the bleed valve on this radiator. On the side of the radiator, there will be a vent where you can allow the escape of air through this, and then just please remember to top up the pressure on the boiler after this, as the pressure will naturally go down through the system. If your boiler is making any noises, or you're concerned about the operation of the boiler, it is likely that there is going to be a service and a good inspection required. Intermittent problems with boilers are very difficult to find, as generally when we are on site looking at the boiler, the system will be operating. So we need the system in fault to know this. However, please do not hesitate to contact us if you think the system requires a lookover and requires an inspection for a problem that you have, as it is likely that the problem will only get worse and then will be beyond economical repair should anything further damage.